Hello and welcome back to my channel, Crystal's Artsy Creations. Today we are going to be painting some little trinket boxes that you can hang onto the wall for my daughters. I'm going to be putting their names onto these guys, painting them in individual colors. Today I'm using a Pearl Essence acrylic paint. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and leave me a comment below on what you think of my project. Thanks! So as we get started today, we are going to be first cutting open the plastic, removing the boxes, and then starting on the hanging piece. Hopefully, we can get everything done today. What I'm going to do for this part is I'm going to probably go into hyperspeed so I can get everything, set up for you guys, and then we'll start painting. Okay, now that I've got all the letters sorted out and everything unwrapped and ready to go, now we can start painting. So here we go. I'm going to start with the first one, which my daughter has requested it to be in white. The base where the boxes sit, she wants it to be in white, so her name pops off when I add the colors to the wood letters, because I'm going to be attaching them right here across the front. That way they can hang them next to their bed or over their dresser, wherever they would like to have that go. So first what you do is you start shaking up your paint to make sure it's nice and mixed, because this is acrylic paint and we want to make sure all of that Pearl Essence powder that they do add to it just is not settled into the bottom. Now, what I'm going to do is get my brush wet a little bit and squeeze it out. And we're going to start by opening up my paint. Oh, look at that. It's sealed itself. Wipe off as much of that stuff as you can, because I don't know how far this little canister is going to go. So, what I'm going to do first is I'm going to take a couple of little dips in there. And here we go. It's weird. And because there's these hang, you're going to want to paint the underside too. But for right now, I'm just going to skip that part. We'll do that in a little bit. And I apologize if you pick up the garbage truck because they are coming through right now and making a god-awful noise. I might have to cut that part out, but that's okay. We are all good. Oops. Gotta be careful not to get paint all over you. But, you know, as creative people, we're gonna get paint all over us no matter what. Or whatever medium we are using. Resin, glue, paint, you name it. It's gonna be all over our fingers. But that's okay. Because as creative people, you know, you can kind of tell us apart from the non-creatives, because we always have paint or something lodged on our fingers somewhere. Unless we're meticulous like me and scrub the heck out of my hands, because I'm just so OCD about not having everything on everything. But you see it through all my pictures and posts and stuff like that. If you would like to check me out, it's Method80 on Instagram, Chrystal Martin on Facebook, and then on YouTube, Chrystal's Artsy Creations. I'm waiting on a couple of resin molds to come in from Amazon. Those are going to be cool. Check back up for later updates on what those resin molds are and what kind of projects I got planned for the future. Yep, don't forget to hit that subscribe button to let you know when I am posting a video so you can be updated on the projects that I have coming up. This is kind of very therapeutic, covering every inch of the wood. Ooh. Get off of there. We don't want that in there. I'll show you what the inside looks like in just a second. I'm almost done, I think. Yep, gotta do that lip there, but that's alright. We're getting there. Just got a little bit more to go. And I'll show you the inside of the box case. And we'll continue on with the outside. And the underside. And I know there's probably a lot of wood enthusiasts out there that are going, oh my god, she's covering up the wood. That's so shameful. Well, I don't like to stain wood because I'm not very big on the staining medium. Plus, it's kind of toxic to be doing that kind of stuff inside. And as you can see, I'm filming inside a room that is where my daughters sleep. So paint is a little less toxic with fumes and stuff like that. Especially acrylic paint. Oh goodness, there went a big old blob of paint on my fingers. Yummy. Anyway, alright, so there is the inside. It's a nice pretty white color. Everything is now done there. Now I just got to, we're going to lay that down there, and we're going to get the front piece. You can still see the wood grain through the paint, slightly, because it's acrylic, so it's not, so it's basically like you're staining it a nice, especially the white ones, or the white, I should say. Okay, and that's the front board, all nice and done. And we do this side piece. And next is the back. I probably should go get a little screwdriver and take off these back pieces. That way I can have the whole thing painted instead of around the pieces that hang up in the back. But that's alright, I'm lazy. Okay. Tip the brush a little bit, go into the corner and twist. That's how you get those perfect corners that everybody looks for. Into the corner and twist. Into the corner and twist. And into the corner and twist. Holding it steady. Placing where my finger was setting. Wax paper really doesn't hold on to the table very well, does it, guys? But it keeps my table clean, so that's all I really care about. And here I go, putting my finger right back on the top. Excuse me. Did you put the base coat? Oh, this is your sister's. She wanted white.
I was just asking you if you put a base coat.
No, I did not put a base coat. Does it look like it? Anyway, as I continue to paint the back here, the brackets are going to have paint all over them, but I really, that's going to be hung up on the walls. You're not going to really see that. For me, in my okay with that. If this was for somebody else, I would have unscrewed the brackets and painted just the wood. But because it's for my daughters and me, because you know they might actually one day just decide they don't want it anymore. And I will have a little piece of them because they picked out the colors for this, and it'll have their name on it. And I'll be able to put little keepsakes of the little things. And it goes off of that paper so they don't get all messed up. And then this is going to go and sit and dry. And then we are off to the boxes. I'm thinking I like how it, you know, shows the wood a little bit. And we're gonna clear out of the water with the paint. Clear off my brush. Gotta clean the brush because we're moving on to the next box. Base, I should say. That way, those are drying together. And my daughter's, oh my god, I got paint all over my nails. This is awful. I do not like having paint on my nails. I pay way too much money for these guys. Oh, suffer with me for a second, ladies. And onto the pants it goes. But it's no longer on my nails, and I am okay with that. Alright, so now let me pull out a sheet of wax paper. Sit along the edge of the table here. For a second. Doot, doot, doot. Okay. Now that the white is done, let's see, we do not want to transfer white paint onto the next box because that one's base is going to be blue. This one is going to be my daughter Chloe's, and since I had such issues painting the back of the white one, I'm going to start with the back of the blue one. I'm going to get these bubbles out of here. These nodules of white, I should say, so that way the boxes fit in there perfectly like they're supposed to. Anyway, she said she wanted blue. She wanted the blue. So here I am shaking up the blue. Turn it around so I can see the back of the box. There we go. That way you guys can see what I'm doing. Alright, here we go. We are opening up the blue now. That's so pretty. How pearly that is. That there. That there. Take that. Wipe it back in. There we go. Yeah. That's blot number 2. Ooh. I shall return. Give me 1 second. I need some kind of paper towel. It'll be a second for you guys, but probably about a minute or 2 for me. Okay, I am back. So sorry about that, guys, but I had to get some paper towels so I can dry off the paintbrush after, changing out the colors here and rinsing it off with the brush. Get as much excess water off as you can by combing it on the edge of the jar or cup that you have. And the rest of the excess, you pinch into a paper towel, which should not be that much. You also want to dry the clasp at the top here. See, nice and dry. With a little bit of moisture so that the paint will stick to it. Dip the brush in. Nice pretty blue, look at that. Look how shiny it is. Anyway, here we go. Now we're gonna just kind of go across the back. See how you can still see the wood through it? Oh, that's so gorgeous. It's like it highlights the darkness of the wood grains. That is just so freaking cool. Look how that just highlights that. Natural wood grain. That is just freaking killerly awesome, dude. Now, if you work with wood, let me know if you've ever seen it, acrylic paint, do this to wood before. Because to me, this is like a new experience, and I've never seen paint do this before. And I think it's so pretty that I think I'll stop with one coat because that is awesome looking. I mean, look at that. Look at how it just kind of follows the grain and highlights it. That is just like the coolest thing I've ever seen. I love it. Okay, now the back is done. See? There you go, Chrystal. Now we're off to the sides. I don't know if I should do the sides because I gotta do the inside. But since I already started, I might as well finish this one side so I don't have any bubble or, excess bubble lips or something like that, I guess you would call them. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go to the inside here. Let's do a corner, get into the corner. I think my oldest might be a little upset that hers isn't going to come out looking as cool as her sister's. I might have to go and get another set just so I can redo it in a different color for her. But that's okay. I would happily do it. But wow, this is amazing. I totally love how this is coming out. Sorry, you don't need to see my fuzzy hair. Into the corner I go with a twist. Okay, now that back panel is done. I'll concentrate on the inside. Corner twist. Corner twist. Make sure you go into the corner and twist. That way you get even coats in the corners. Alright, the whole inside of the box is done. Check it out. Here we go. Like my youngest wanted to paint her own box, but I was like, it's my project. I'm kidding. No, but really it was. Because, you know, I bought it for, you know, doing the project with you guys. So I told her I'd paint it, the paints that I'm using, and if she didn't like it, she could repaint it herself. But I'm not sure if she's not gonna like it. I'm thinking she's gonna love this box and all the other stuff that goes, especially this shelf. This shelf is looking killer. Totally killer. Like, so much so I almost want to not finish it for her and do it for me. So I have a trinket box. Not you, well, seriously. But I'll probably go and get one for myself so I can paint it with this color, because this is amazing. And it'll go with the theme of my bathroom, which is blue sea creature, you know, dolphins and stuff like that. And that would really go with the theme of my bathroom, this blue here, which is so amazing. This is cool. Kind of glad I didn't do a base coat, Because if I did a base coat, then you wouldn't see all of the pretty wood grain come through with this paint. I mean, shoot, look at that. That's amazing. Totally amazing. It's like the pearlescent just highlights the wood grain just perfectly. Okay, here we go. That is done there. Okay, now it's time to block the brush. And as you can see, I got very little paint on the wax paper, doing it this different way. Okay, let's move this guy off, maybe a little bit there, and we're gonna kind of upsy-daisy and on over for that guy. And we got green paint for Bridget, one of Bridget's boxes. And I'm thinking pink, beige, green and pink on this box. Anyway, here we go. Ooh, that one's got a little damage on the bottom, but that's okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go with the green first. Okay, since this is taking a long time so far, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into hyper speed so we can get all of this painted, and then we will start assembling a little later on. Alrighty? Hello again. All right, now we are done with the hyperspeed. As you can see, my hands are nice and yucky, but we have got everybody painted. As you can hear my stuff click into place here. All right, so we've got here. We'll do it this way. What it is, we've got all the boxes done, the shelves, bottoms, tops. There's the letters, all finished. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to let all of that stuff dry, and we'll be back in, well, a couple seconds for you. For me, it's going to be a few minutes, and I'll actually have clean hands. So I'll be back in a little bit. Thank you. All right, we're back, I guess. Hello. Anyway, so what we're going to do is we're going to be gluing the letters down onto the little box ledges. Yeah, that's what we're doing. Anyway, here we go. I'm going to make it to where you guys can see what I'm doing. There we are. Barely, but okay. So just kind of remove that little guy a little bit. Grab my glue gun. Kind of dribbled a little bit. Drop. Tiny dot. And then you come up back, stick your letter on there. Why I'm using hot glue is it gives me a little bit of time to adjust it so it's straight. And then oh my god. Now please be careful when you are using hot glue not to actually touch the glue because it'll burn you really bad. That is my little disclaimer there for you guys right now. Tiny bit is good. I had to do that one a little off center because you want it to hold it down. Nice and good. There we go. Because it's the D. And this one is the G. I'm making sure the bottom of the letter is not hanging over the bottom of the box in case they want to actually set it on something. If you know what I mean. So it's nice and even. And now for the last letter. For this box. And then we are done with it. There you have it. Letters are on. That's the first box done. Just kind of let those guys cool off and harden. It's off to the blue box. Good. Making sure the bottom is not hanging over the edge. And we're almost done. Last letter, guys. And that's how you can easily customize something that you find inside of a craft store. It didn't have to be something you built or anything like that. And then here, box 2. All done. Let them cool down. The boxes are all nice and dry now. Just ta-da. Green, pink, and then white. There you have it. All done for that one. I mean, look how cool these came out. It kind of highlighted the wood grain with the iridescence, which I think is so awesomely cool. Let me see it with the pink and stuff. But the blue, it really shows up with the blue. So if you ever want to do a pearlescent wood thing, I recommend the blue because that catches the grain so perfectly. There you have it. They are done. Let's check them out. Oops, wrong one. There they are. Completed projects from start to finish. I hope you enjoyed the show. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Leave me a comment below on what you think and how they turned out. And I would definitely love to hear your comments and suggestions and anything like that. Because I mean, yeah. Thanks again. Come back. Have a great day.